Imagine waking up not to the piercing shrill of your alarm, but to the natural rhythms of dawn, the sunlight gently easing its way into your room. Instead of scrolling through your phone, you sit still for a moment, breathing deeply, appreciating the tranquility. As you begin your day with intention, a slow sip of coffee, the sound of your footsteps on a quiet morning walk, you create a sense of stillness amid the world's relentless rush. In today's hyper-connected, always-on world, this might sound radical. After all, aren't we taught that more speed equals more success? That productivity is synonymous with efficiency and hustle? Yet, ancient wisdom, particularly that of Stoic philosophy, has long taught us that sometimes slowing down is the most powerful act of resistance. In the writings of Marcus Aurelius, we are reminded, nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul. What if slowing down is the key to unlocking deeper creativity, mental clarity, and productivity? Modern science increasingly confirms what the Stoics and other ancient sages already knew. In our pursuit of a better life, we must first stop running. Slowing down doesn't just make us happier. It might make us sharper, more creative, and more productive than we ever imagined. In this video, we'll delve into the science of slow living, explore why this seemingly paradoxical approach boosts productivity and creativity, and blend it with timeless Stoic wisdom to show you how adopting slowness as a way of life can unlock your potential. We'll include interviews with experts, real-life stories, and research-based insights to uncover why slowing down might be the ultimate power move in both life and work. Slow living might seem like an indulgence in a world that glorifies hustle, but it's far more than just a lifestyle trend. It's a neurological necessity. Our brains were not designed to process information at the relentless pace modern life demands. By constantly switching from one task to another, answering emails while preparing for meetings, and checking notifications every 5 minutes, we overload our neural circuits, leading to burnout and cognitive fatigue. When we consciously slow down, we allow our brains to shift out of the frantic fight or flight mode and into a more relaxed, yet focused, state. Neuroscientific research reveals that this shift activates the prefrontal cortex, the brain center for creativity, decision-making, and higher-order thinking. By slowing down, we clear the mental fog and regain our ability to think critically, make decisions with clarity, and spark moments of creative brilliance. In a study conducted by Stanford University, participants who took regular breaks and embraced slower-paced work were found to be significantly more creative than their speed-driven counterparts. This finding aligns perfectly with the teachings of Stoicism. The Stoics advocated for moderation in all things, including the pace of life. Hurry and delay are alike, Seneca wrote, cautioning that rushing through life often leads to the very delays we fear. By slowing down, we give our minds the space to process, create, and innovate at their fullest potential. Multitasking is often hailed as the ultimate productivity hack, but scientific evidence overwhelmingly suggests otherwise. When we juggle multiple tasks, our attention becomes fragmented, making it difficult for the brain to focus on any one thing. Instead of excelling, we end up doing everything poorly. According to research from the University of California, Irvine, switching between tasks can cost as much as 23 minutes of productive focus. This isn't just a loss in efficiency, it's a significant blow to our creativity. The brain's default mode network, DMN, which is responsible for spontaneous, creative thought, becomes suppressed when we attempt to multitask. When we deliberately slow down, focusing on one thing at a time, the DMN becomes more active, allowing us to connect disparate ideas and come up with creative solutions. This is why many of history's greatest thinkers, from Albert Einstein to Steve Jobs, valued periods of deliberate slowness. Multitasking also contradicts Stoic principles. The Stoics emphasize the importance of single tasking, urging us to give our full attention to the present moment. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be, Marcus Aurelius wrote. Be one. This applies equally to productivity. Focus on the task at hand and do it well. The benefits of slow living extend far beyond the mind. They also have a profound impact on our bodies. High-speed living leads to chronic stress, which increases cortisol levels in the body. Elevated cortisol not only damages physical health, leading to issues such as heart disease and weakened immune systems, but it also clouds the mind, making clear thinking nearly impossible. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that practices like mindfulness, meditation, and deliberate slowing down are highly effective at lowering cortisol levels. As stress decreases, mental clarity improves, and with it, the ability to focus, create, and thrive. This is one reason why people who embrace slow living often report feeling more present, more at peace, and more capable of handling life's challenges. From a Stoic perspective, slow living is not just about physical relaxation. It's about cultivating a mental state of calm, even amid external chaos. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, Marcus Aurelius wrote. By embracing slow living, we learn to calm the mind, control our responses to stress, and ultimately perform at a higher level in every aspect of life. In our pursuit of success, we often think that more work equals more output, but this is rarely the case. Some of the greatest ideas and inventions were born not out of stress and overwork, but out of moments of leisure and reflection. Take Charles Darwin, who famously took long walks during his most productive periods, or Nikola Tesla, who embraced periods of quiet isolation to develop his groundbreaking inventions. Neuroscientific studies show that the brain's default mode network, DMN, the source of our most creative and innovative thoughts, becomes most active when we are at rest, when we allow ourselves to daydream or engage in low-stress activities. In contrast, when we are under constant pressure, this network is suppressed, limiting our ability to think creatively. In slow living, we give our brains the freedom to wander, which in turn fuels innovation. The Stoics, too, understood this principle. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Slow living allows us to reclaim time that might otherwise be wasted on unproductive busyness, giving space for the creativity that drives progress. The slow living movement has its roots in the belief that life is better, not when we do more, but when we do things with intention. From entrepreneurs to creatives, many have embraced slow living and found that it didn't just make them feel better, it made them more productive. Patagonia, the outdoor clothing company, famously adopted a "let my people go surfing" policy, encouraging employees to take time off when the surf is good. This embrace of slow living didn't hurt the company's bottom line. It boosted productivity and employee satisfaction. In Japan, the Ikigai philosophy, which promotes a balanced, purposeful life, has led to higher levels of happiness and longevity. Slow living practices, such as daily meditation, minimalism, and taking time to savor meals, have transformed individuals and communities. These real-world examples show that slowing down doesn't mean giving up on success. It means redefining success on your own terms, in ways that foster creativity and productivity. The Stoics might view this as living according to nature, a core principle that involves aligning your actions with your true purpose. By slowing down and focusing on what really matters, you cut through the noise and focus on what makes a life truly meaningful. To further solidify the link between slow living and cognitive performance, we spoke with experts in the fields of neuroscience and psychology. Dr. Emma Seppala, a psychologist and author of The Happiness Track, explains that taking time for intentional slowness rewires the brain in ways that boost not only creativity but also emotional resilience. Neuroscientist Dr. Tara Swart echoes this sentiment, noting that when the brain is less stressed, it operates more efficiently in processing new ideas and complex information. Psychologist Dr. Gabor Mate, a leading expert on stress and mental health, emphasizes that in slowing down, we not only prevent burnout but also improve our ability to focus and create. By integrating the principles of slow living, both experts and practitioners report a notable improvement in productivity without the cost of stress or emotional burnout. These findings aren't just modern phenomena. They align closely with the Stoic emphasis on ataraxia, or a state of imperturbable calm. The Stoics believed that by mastering our inner world, we could navigate the outer world with greater wisdom and effectiveness. Slow living, in this context, isn't just about doing less. It's about doing more of what aligns with your values and purpose. While rushing might provide a temporary burst of productivity, it is not sustainable in the long term. Slowing down, on the other hand, provides the foundation for lasting success. Studies from the University of Groningen have shown that integrating slow living practices into daily life, whether through mindfulness, regular breaks, or deliberate rest, leads to sustained productivity and better mental health. This is because slow living prevents burnout, reduces cognitive fatigue, and creates the conditions for what Cal Newport calls deep work, a state of focused, meaningful concentration that allows for the highest level of performance. Over time, this leads to greater accomplishments, not in spite of slowing down, but because of it. The Stoics, too, understood the importance of pacing oneself. Epictetus taught that the path to mastery in any field requires patience and persistence. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a figure. By slowing down, we cultivate the conditions for long-term success. Just as a fig tree takes time to bear fruit, so too does meaningful work take time and attention. In a world that glorifies speed, slowing down can feel like an act of defiance. Yet, as both science and ancient wisdom show us, it is often by going slower that we achieve more. By embracing slow living, we open ourselves up to greater mental clarity, deeper creativity, and sustained productivity, all while cultivating a life that is more peaceful, purposeful, and aligned with our values. The Stoic philosophers knew this centuries ago. By focusing on what truly matters, we can free ourselves from the distractions and busyness that often hold us back. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." Or, more accurately, do what's essential. Slow living is about doing what is essential, allowing us to live more fully, think more clearly, and create more meaningfully. So, the next time you feel the urge to rush, remember, slowing down might just be the fastest way to your most creative, productive, and meaningful life.